Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Kati and today it's time to set up my December health and habit tracker and gratitude log. Here is how my November looks like. First, I can say that I have been having a cold, so you may hear it from my voice. I think it's pretty okay already. That is what happened here, and if you have been watching my videos, you maybe heard that we lost a family member and we were at the funeral here, so that is what happened here, why I haven't been doing my habits. Here is how I tracked my habits previously, so just with a cross, and then I started trying different things and I got excited about this, but in the end I just felt that it was too much, because here you have to do at least three. Yes, you have to do 3 strokes in one box. So this was 2, this was 3, and then I felt it was too much. So here I briefly tried this and that doesn't look good to me. So then I started to, okay, I have here tried something. So, but then I went back to this, because this style and this also are just one stroke in a box, but this, I don't like how this looks. But now I have been consistent and doing only this tracking in November, and I think this looks kind of neat. So, and it's only one stroke, so I think I will continue with this style in December. And then of course I have my gratitude log here, so I will also set that up. Let's just start with the easy. So with the gratitude log, I took today a calendar with me, so I don't have to wonder about the days. Although December is easy, it has 31 days. Maybe everybody remembers that because of the new year. And if you are wondering, this is a Midori B6 Slim notebook that I'm using. I was previously, before this, I was using the Hobonichi Weeks, but I don't like to change my planner or journal every year, so that's why I tried this, and now I can use this for many years, so I don't have to change my journals and planners every new year or once a year, and I do like that. I know it's so lovely to have a new planner, or but I have to focus. A new planner or journal every year, but for me, the years go by so fast, it causes me stress to start a new one. So I'm happy now with this that I don't have to change my... This is not going so well. I should have waited for it to dry. So my gratitude log is ready. So I just write one thing per day every morning of what I'm grateful for. And then this trickier part, let's go first here and do the numbers, and I use this Hobonichi stencil because I like the small numbers. And let's go with the red this time. So this will last me until the end of 24. So I have still 2 years left in this, and I love that. It saves me money and the effort of setting up my planner every year, because I'm kind of lazy. I don't like to say that I don't have time. I always have time for things that I feel like are important, but I don't have time to set new journals and planners every year. That sounds so stupid, but I have so many things that I want to do, and setting up a new journal and planner every year is not one of my priorities. I know it sounds kind of stupid because I have a planner channel here on YouTube, and I have been watching a lot of now, of course, 2023 lineups, and I'm doing my lineup also, but I will probably do it in the beginning of January because I don't have so much new to share. It's just like the year changes and I just continue as business as usual. So the only thing that changes in my lineup because of the year change is my 5-year journal, because I have my last year now in my Hobonichi 5-year techo, so I have to change that if I want to continue a 5-year journal. So that is the only one that changes in my lineup because of the year change. Then of course I bought the Midori mini pocket diary, but that has already started in October, and that was like an add-on to my lineup. So if I continue that in the future, that will be one thing that is new every year. And I don't know if I will change it in January in the future or if I will start the new one already in October. I don't know. But like my main things, main planners and journals, they just are. No huge changes. So I have been thinking, I'm a bit like a boring planner channel because I don't have so many new things every year. But as in all aspects of this hobby, I always try like to think, well, I'm the one that gives an other option, like you don't have to change your planners every year and you don't have to use a lot of stickers or be artistic or decorate and so on. So I'm like the other alternative, the simpler and functional and maybe even in some way it stopped working, in some way cheaper, because it gets expensive every year to buy, for example, new Hobonichis, the weeks and cousin, and my pen stopped working. I hate this, because now when I try it here on other paper it works, but it just doesn't work here in this spot. So. But I'm happy for you all that have new planners for the new year. It's so lovely to have a new planner, but in some way it causes me stress. Because I can say, although I have had this from August 21, so over a year already, and I still haven't set it up completely. Because I'm just not taking the time for it, because I don't feel it's important, like decorating. And so of course I have my trackers and what functionally I need, but when I leave some place for, okay, I put here some nice decoration or a cover page or something, so, but I'm not doing those things. I'm not taking the time for it. I just have to be okay with it, that it's just not my cup of tea, the decoration, and I just need things to work. I don't need them to look like overly pretty. Of course I want them to look like nice to my eyes, because I have put here this paper to make this look more pretty. But and this is from my old like symptoms tracker. I had done the cover page one day, but then I just took this from the old journal and put it here, and that's all the decoration that I have done for this. That's enough for me. And I do love this paper, MD paper. I don't know, I'm a bit curious now about the new Hobonichi. Is it Sans? Oh, let's change numbers. Is it the Sanzen Tomoe River paper? The new Hobonichi paper? I have heard that it's like better now for functional planning. So it works better, for example, with the friction pen, which I use. So for me, probably the new Tomoe River paper would be like better than the old one. But of course, I'm sad for those who have used the Tomoe River paper for art journaling, because apparently it's not so good anymore with watercolors or wet inks, and it's not so good anymore with fountain pen inks. I don't know. I would think that there are more people using Hobonichi functionally than artistically. We just don't see those functional users so much on social media, because of course it's prettier to show an artistic page than a functional page. I'm guessing that there are more people that are happy about the paper, that it works better with functional pens like friction, and there are less people that are sad about it, that it doesn't work so good anymore with fountain pens and watercolor. But I don't know if I will ever go back to the Hobonichi planners, but because of the paper change, there might be an curiousness there to try the new paper when it comes. Because I'm not a fan of the Tomoe River paper, because I don't like to wait for my ink to dry. I just want to write and close my planner and be happy with it. So, and with the Hobonichi weeks, there were so many times that I just accidentally smeared my text right away. I did it like without mistakes, or at least it looks like it. I think I'm better at focusing when I talk at the same time. But if I'm just quiet and trying to focus doing it without mistakes, I will make mistakes. Here I have this jet stream with the 0.5 refills, but here I will use this where I have put, although this is the Hobonichi pen, I have put here 3/8 refills. So I will use this because I have to write so small, and now I'm thinking, I remember. I couldn't write with the green because I don't have green in this, so that's why I chose the black. But I will write with red now for Christmas. So here are my plans again for the next month, and there will not be so many changes. I have been quite happy with this side and also this. Here just I started to track my gaming, and I did it on 3 nights and then nothing. So I will leave that out for December. And these, how I feel, what I started to track here, I will move to here because I wanted to have more room for some new tracking here. My color code here is that blue is the best one and green is like good, yellow is like okay, and red is bad. That's like quickly how my color coding here goes. So I have had a pretty good month if you look at the colors here. So zone out, how good I fell asleep, then I track my sleep. So if I woke up in the night or just slept through, then I write my sleep score from my Fitbit app here. Then I write if I have any symptoms, like physical symptoms. So here I will change that I put this pain color here with the symptoms, because I can put the dot here over my text, and then I get a free space, and I will track here how I feel in the morning. during the day and then in the evening what I did here. I will write here how I feel. And then I track my steps with how many thousand, no, how many, how many thousand steps. So I just write the 7, so that's 7,000. And I have a color code again, so I get a green from 7,000 and over 10,000 is then blue. And then I write my kilometers, how many I walked. This I have been so bad in November with this workout. Like one workout, and this was right before I got sick then, so I don't know. That didn't go so well. Then my zone minutes that I get from Fitbit, that's like when my heart rate is in a workout level or something like that. And then my resting heart rate, which I think is interesting. My resting heart rate was like it was the lowest when I got sick, so that's interesting. Because I thought that when you get sick it's like higher, but for me it was lower, so... this looks so red. I'm not a red fan, so let's see how this goes. But maybe I can handle this once a year. Then here, now my morning habits. So my morning page, yoga, morning planning and journaling, high five, that's from Mel Robbins, that habit. And then I track here if I went outside, and if I went for a walk, how many kilometers. And then this, which I have, it's like here is this oil pulling, and you can see that I haven't done it very much. My spouse hates that when I do it, so I try to do it when he's not home, and as you can see I'm not so successful at it. But I really want to do it, so I just keep it here as a reminder for myself. Then my evening planning and journaling and my reading exercise. Here now starts the new habits, but let's put these here first. So here is my water intake, which I started to track with colors also. So blue is the best, what I'm aiming for. And then my sugar intake, which also blue is the best, like 0. I have been reading this. So this is the workbook from Getting Things Done Method by David Allen, and I love this workbook because it's so much easier to read. It has so much less text. For me, it's not so easy to read English. I can listen to it pretty easily, and I have listened to this book in English, but I can't read the book. So I found this is from the library, so it's not my own, and I just borrow this whenever I think I'm ready to tackle this challenge again. And I have been now reading it again. I'm pretty close to the end, or like midway through. So my habits or my habit challenge for myself for December comes from this, because I really want to give this a chance. I have to give myself grace. I can't do it overnight. I can't do it in one day. Maybe some people can, but I can't, and I have to take it slowly, one step at a time. This book has, 10 moves to stress-free productivity, and these are the moves. So the first one is to capture all incoming paper into one tray. That's pretty simple. I can do that. I have my tray. Yes, choose your capture tool. I have done that. I have my passport TN, where I have my brain dump notebook. I can capture here everything. Do a mind sweep. That's still a work in process. It's because he says that I should do it once a week. like make it a habit, and I have that's on my next action list, so that's not a reality yet. Get your in tray to empty. Yes, that will be a challenge for me for December. Get your emails to 0. Well, work in process, I will say. Create your next actions and other lists. Yes, I have done that. Keep track of your projects on one list. I think that will be my next step now. No, I have just, yeah, that's my next step here. Move 7. So maybe after I have read that, I will have this tackled. Create folders to stay organized. Working process I have done, but it's not working so well as it should, so that's something to do. Do a GTD weekly review. I have a weekly review habit, but maybe here comes something that I have to add in that habit. Conduct a daily review. I do that, so but maybe I don't know if here comes something new that I have to add, but I'm pretty happy with my weekly and daily reviews, so maybe I have to just tweak them a bit. But what I want to now focus on is step 4 is like my main focus. I wrote this, the clarifying steps. So I should ask these questions when I go through my inbox. So I wrote this for myself so that I would maybe understand it, and I printed this and put in my inbox, so I have this every time when I go through my physical inbox. And this picture here below is just I printed from the internet, like the whole process, this capture, clarify, organize, reflect, engage. So that is my main focus for December. So I will put here, which I have always had, my habit of going 2 minutes to my email. I can do more, but 2 minutes is like the minimum, so it doesn't feel so hard to start, because 2 minutes is such a small amount of time that I really can do it every day if I just open my computer. What I decided on is that I will go through my inbox for, this is my challenge for myself. I will go through my inbox for 15 minutes every day when I'm home. This is not going to happen on Christmas Eve, on Christmas Day, but most of the days when I'm home, I will go through I will set a timer and I will go my inbox through for 15 minutes. Why my inbox wasn't working is that I put there new incoming and I put there old incoming, because I have all the piles of papers that I want to go through from my past. But when I put those in the same inbox as I did when I read the Getting Things Done book, because he says put just all in your inbox and go it through, but I can't, because it's years of papers that I haven't put in right places or thrown into trash, and I have to go that all through, so I can't put them in the same inbox, because that inbox is like a mountain. Yesterday I thought about it, and I will do this I will have the 15 minutes. I start with the new, what has come in this week, in the previous days, and I go that through, and if after that I still have time left, I go to the other inbox, which has everything from my past, old papers that I have to go through. So my goal is to do it for 15 minutes. I start with the new. If it's empty in under 15 minutes, I will go through the old ones. And that is my challenge for December. Then I also added here, because as I said, I have my decluttering goal, and I will put here declutter electronical and physical. So here in this, I had this also last month. Here I was tracking it, and funnily I do it here every other day. I do physical and every other day electronical. But electronical contains old emails, photos on my computer, on my phone, old files, everything electronical. And then physical declutter is the stuff in our home. This doesn't have like an minute amount, but I want to track how often I do it, because this is a goal. And this inbox is like the papers, and here are the electronical things and physical stuff, and here is just my email inbox, the incoming mails, and the old mails go here in this electronical declutter. And then apparently I put here GTD, like I can do this with the color code, like how good I got things done. I think that was my idea with this, because I had it previously here, like how well I took action. So I will give me here like a color grade of how well I took action on that day. And this is not like only about this contains everything on my to-do list or daily goals or whatever you want to call it. So how well I took action, or did I procrastinate? So this is my setup and goal for December. And my challenge for you is to think about something that you have been wanting to do but just for some reason haven't. Because this is something, this decluttering and getting my inbox to zero as a habit has been on my mind for so long, and now I think is the time that I'm ready to do it really, and at least I want to try. Because it's the end of the year, so then I could start my year hopefully in a better situation with my papers. So I challenge you to choose something that you have been thinking for a while. It can be anything, maybe how much water you drink, how much exercise you have, how many hours you take for sleep every day. Maybe you want to also declutter something, or you want to start journaling every day. Whatever it is, choose a thing that you have been wanting to do for a very long time and now decide that you will do it. You will really do it now in December. And please don't overload yourself. Choose one thing, because this is, although this looks like a lot, it's in reality it's only one new thing, because I have had this declutter before, like I'm tracking it, and I have had this email before, so it's like a habit. But this now, the inbox 15 minutes, that's my new one, new habit for December. So don't overdo it, just choose one thing, make it small. It can be like 15 minutes or 5 minutes of something, or 2 minutes of something. Start small and build up from there. So it's like manageable, because December is December. I know it's so much to do in December, so don't overload yourself. But I really want to do it, because that would lower my stress levels if I could get my inbox under control, like my physical inbox. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. You can always also find this monthly challenge on the channel community tab, where I will post it on the last Wednesday of the month. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. I hope to see you down below in the comments or in the community post about this challenge. Bye bye.